Good afternoon, and you're watching the newsroom on ET Now with me, Vinny Motiwala. And we have Asian Paints, which has come out with its Q2 numbers. Volume growth, what I can see is at 18%. We were expecting a 16 to 18% growth, so surely volume growth in line with what we were expecting. Let me have a look at the other numbers as well. We're looking at the consolidated numbers. Consolidated revenue is up by 25.6%. Net profits up by 18.5% as well. Furthermore, let me look at the numbers coming in as of now. Okay, so what I'm seeing in terms of numbers, revenues have come in at 8,527 crore rupees. So surely, good set of numbers coming in from the company is what we're seeing. 18% volume growth above expectations as well. And it's in line with what we were expecting as well. Okay, we have Suvarna Joshi with us, who's joined in for Asian Paints numbers. Suvarna, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon. What are you making of the numbers? Surely a good set of numbers coming in from the company is what I'm looking at it right now. Volume growth, strong volume growth of 18% as well. What are you making the first look of Asian Paints numbers, Suvarna?
Yes, good afternoon. So, on the Asian Paints numbers, the first cut is that the volume growth is pretty much in line with what we had expected. So, we were building in around 17 to 18% kind of volume growth. And the revenue number has come in a shade better than our expectation of 8,420 odd crores. So, on that front, certainly it is a beat. But looking at the gross margins for this company, we were building in a gross margin of about 37.4 because we had understood that the company had taken price hikes to kind of offset the raw material cost pressures that they had seen. And we were building 37.4 kind of gross margin. So against that, the actual reported number is about 36.8. So around 60 odd basis points decline from what we were expecting. But overall, if I have to put these numbers into perspective, so certainly top line seems good. We will need more clarity on how the margin pressures are building up, and what we will look forward for the company's commentary is on the demand outlook going forward with the price hikes coming into play.
Okay, we actually will have to wait out for the commentary on price hikes. But, in terms of obviously gross margins you mentioned, but, EBITDA margins also are slightly under pressure as well. Now, how do you see these EBITDA margins actually panning out for the company in terms of going forward? Because margins surely are seeing some pressure. We're seeing them reach the previous pre-COVID levels also in terms of margins now, and surely a high pressure coming in on the stock. So what can we expect from the margins now going forward as well?
Right. So, we do think that the margins should be in this band and not. It will take some time, probably for the company to reach the pre-COVID number margin profile of about 23, 24, and 25% kind of range that they were reporting. But surely, on a sequential basis, if we are to look at it, then these numbers are much better, because in Q2 of FY22, the margins were the lowest that the company had recorded at about 13 odd percent, and the current margin profile that we are seeing is about 18.1 odd percent versus our expectation of 17.4. So clearly there is an improvement, but my take will be that they will remain in this subdued band, and of course we will wait for what the management has to say, because our understanding is that with the festive season behind us, with most of the consumption discretionary spends already taken place, and inflation coming into play, there could be a possibility that volumes will also be a little subdued. So we will have to see how the sale of premium products kind of contribute going forward, because that will really be one of the catalysts for the margins to be driving going ahead.
That's absolutely right. And, like you mentioned, volumes could be a bit subdued. But, I just want to talk about the home improvement side of the business for the company. Obviously, we are seeing a lot more realty sales coming in. And, this is a proxy play which will work out. The paint segment also does work out for them. So, how do you see that segment going forward? As of now, in Q3 also, they have had a very solid performance in the home improvement side and the business of the company.
Yes. So see, home improvement certainly has been one of their growth drivers, if we see. But in terms of the overall scheme of things, you see, home improvement is still a very small pie of the overall revenues for the company, and they are in this range of about one. They are in this range of about less than 10% or so, and we'll have to kind of just see how things pan out.
Okay. Okay, Suvarna, thank you so much for joining in with us, giving us your insights on Asian Paints. Surely margins under pressure, but volume growth has managed to grow as of now. But maybe we could see some pressure coming in on the volume growth, is what Suvarna is also saying going forward. But let's talk about as of now, Asian Paint stock. Not much of a movement coming in the stock as well. As of now, just 0.5% up in trade. But let's look at the other stocks that are buzzing in trade this afternoon. And we have a whole host of earnings